So today I want to talk about the importance of de-escalation and why, for most situations, that is the option that we should take versus actually getting into a violent encounter. Because anytime you do get into a violent encounter, there are three primary risks that you have to think about. The first is that there's always a threat to your life, body, or that of somebody else. Even if the person you're fighting does not intend to kill you or does not intend to do you serious harm, that may happen unintentionally. There's plenty of stories of people getting knocked out and their head hitting the pavement or hitting another object, and then they have a brain bleed and they either have severe brain damage or they die from it. So the person that knocked them out wasn't intending to do that, but the result of their use of force was that the person died or they have now a debilitating injury. So that is always a risk. The second important risk to think about is criminal charges. Even if you think you were appropriate in your use of force in whatever situation that occurred, you still may get an overzealous DA that wants to charge you anyway. And this can happen often for political reasons, but it can happen for non-political reasons too. They could simply want to pad the record and think that your case is a winnable one, and they're not actually taking into account the fact that your use of force was justified. They just think they can win the case. If you're thinking about your use of force, remember, you may do everything right. The legal system may not see it that way, or they may not prosecute you in that way. Also, make sure you don't talk to the police without a lawyer. Definitely don't do that if you do get into a violent encounter. The last one is getting sued. I don't think the average person is nearly at risk of this as much as someone who is wealthy or is a known fighter. It could happen to anyone. You could be completely justified in the way that you use force. Maybe the legal system doesn't want to prosecute you further because there's nothing that you did wrong, but the person that you damaged could still sue you. And even if it's a frivolous lawsuit, now you have to pay for lawyers, you have to show up to court, it's a hassle. And you may eventually get that money back, but it's just a pain in the butt. And if you're a professional fighter or you're someone with wealth, many people will try to goad you into striking them and hitting them so that they can throw a six-figure lawsuit in your face. And this has happened to plenty of people. It's happened to Donald Cerrone, it's happened to Mike Tyson, it's happened to many other professional fighters. Don't be one of those people that it happens to. Better to just avoid the situation and de-escalate in the first place. Obviously, there are many situations in which you have to use force. If your life or that of somebody else is in imminent danger and you need to interfere, then you need to use force. But if it's a situation where you're at a bar and you can easily talk your way out of getting into a physical confrontation with a person, do that instead. It's way better than the potential consequences that may arise from you getting angry or feeding into your own ego and wanting to fight this person. Better just de-escalate. And usually all that it takes is this: you say something that maybe gives the person a mental win and makes them okay with walking away from the situation. That verbal jiu-jitsu is very, very important. Almost as important as your actual self-defense knowledge and your capabilities. So make sure you keep that in mind, guys. Those are the three main consequences of fighting. Again, they are threats to your life and safety, criminal charges, and civil suits. So be aware of that. Always try to de-escalate whenever you can. Thanks for watching. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Make sure you comment below if you have anything you'd like to add. Make sure you share the video if you enjoyed it. Also, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you guys get notified every time we have new content out there. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next time.